Hey everyone, good evening. Everyone here, we'll start. You studied, you revised. कम से कम हाय तो बोल दो यार, क्यों कंजूसी कर रहे हो? हाँ, गुड इवनिंग स्नेहल, गुड इवनिंग। हाय गौरी, हाय दिशा। कुछ चीजों को मांगना पड़ता है यार, नहीं तो लोग नहीं देते। कंजूसी मत करो। चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनने वाले हो, इतना कंजूसी अच्छा नहीं है। ओके एवरीवन, वेलकम वेलकम बैक टू द क्लासेस। आई एम सो सॉरी फॉर बीइंग लेट। सो 6:30, सो 5:30 को स्टार्ट होना चाहिए था। आई हैड टू स्टार्ट इट बाय 5:30 बिकॉज ऑफ सम important work. I couldn't start 5:30. At least by 6:30 I'm starting here. I hope all of you are doing well, and to tell you I am also एकदम first class, जबरदस्त. Let me open the material. Wait, um, I'll share the screen. Sharing the screen. Share. Yes. So in last class we discussed about the theories, demand theories of money, demand theory of money, and that especially the Fisher's theory, Cambridge theory. We discussed about Fisher's theory, Cambridge theory, and Baumel's theory. So Baumel's theory is also done. Now we have to go to what Irving Fisher said. Irving Fisher, his theory was demand, that is MV is equal to PT. Money into its velocity is equal to price into transactions, number of transactions. Correct? No. So that was given by Sir Irving Fisher, and later it is given by Cambridge University. Some of the economists, they gave some definitions, or they gave their own justification for demand for money. DM, demand for money is equal to money demand, or demand for money is equal to K into PY. So here K is equal to Cambridge K, that is the amount of money which we would like to hold in the form of cash, multiplied by total income. PY, P is price, multiplied by GDP in the quantity wise. P into Y into K. So that is given by the Cambridge. And later we discussed about Baumel's and Tobin's theory. Baumel and Tobin, they used to consider the money as inventory. They considered money as inventory. So optimum utilization of cash has to happen. So you don't keep everything in the bond. Don't keep all your money in the bond format, or don't keep all money in the form of cash. So if you have all the money in the form of cash, there is opportunity cost. Cash will give you nothing. Instead, put it in the bond. Bond will give you interest. Okay, sir, I kept everything in the bond. Can I keep everything in the bond? If I keep every amount in the bond, then whenever I want cash, no, I have to convert. Conversion cost to hai. If I keep everything in the cash, there is opportunity cost. If I keep all the money in the form of bond, I have conversion cost. Whenever I want, I have to convert bond into cash. That is, there is some what the conversion cost which is involved. So that I cannot keep everything in cash, everything in bond. I have to maintain a balance. How to maintain the balance? So there is Baumel's theory. Baumel's theory says that to keep the balance, how to keep the balance? Baumel's theory says that square root of 2by divided by r. 2 is constant, square root of 2 into b. B is annual requirement of money in the form of cash, multiplied by Y is nothing but the cost, conversion cost, the cost of converting cash, bond into cash. This is by divided by R. R is nothing but the opportunity cost. So this is given by this, guys. Now the last one, that is Friedman's restatement of the quantity theory. This guy, he restated what is given by Keynes. So Friedman extended Keynes' theory, J.M. Keynes, his theory, Keynes' speculative money demand within the framework of the asset price theory. So he did extend it. What he said, he treats the demand for money as nothing more than the application of more general theory of demand for a capital asset. We require money for capital asset. Why? Because we want to keep the general theory of demand. It is a capital asset. We want to keep the money in capital asset. Demand for money is affected by the same factors as demand for any other assets. So why we keep money? So there are two important factors. One is permanent income and the relative returns on the asset. So it depends on how much to keep in the form of cash, hard cash, that depends on permanent income. And the second one, relative returns on the asset. Permanent income means my income. And the relative return on the asset. Okay, sir, my income I'm putting in some assets. I'll keep that money in some assets. So if I keep that money in the assets, what is the return that I'm getting from that asset? That is also required. No. Which incorporate the risk. Obviously, the asset which has risk, if there is no risk, then there is no point in investing that, in keeping that. Why? Because we know that risk hai to isk hai. Correct? No. There is risk. If there is risk, then there is some return. We have a return. So that's why if permanent income is there, then I can keep some money in the shares. I can keep it. So Friedman maintains that it is permanent income and not current income, as in the Keynesian theory, that determines the demand for money. Permanent income is Friedman's measure of wealth, is the present expected value of all future income. So the expected value of all our future income. So that I am considering here. Again, people, listen. You know how to calculate the expected present value of all, present value of all my expected future income. How to calculate it? You have to use the formula. What is the formula to use it? See, simple formula. Listen, there's a simple formula that you have to remember. Um, Future value. Okay, I'll write it here. I'll write it here. Please do concentrate. Just concentrate here, everyone. Okay. You already know this. You are pro in mathematics. Okay. Who am I to teach you about this? Huh? Future, and you know that my level of understanding in mathematics. You know this, right? Huh. Future value is equal to present, the principal money, into 1 plus I to the power n. Correct? This is what you know, and this is what I know. Hannah. This is what I know. Now, how to calculate P? Fv is equal to Fv divided by 1 plus I to the power n. That is equal to P. This is present value. This is how you calculate present value. Now you think that every year you are getting 20,000, 20,000, 20,000 for 3 years. At the rate of 10%, what is this? Cash flow. Cash flow for the future cash flow. Okay. At the rate of 10%, you have to calculate firstly PV factor. You have to calculate PV factor. You know how to calculate PV factor? Yes, no. I will tell you. 1 divided by, take your calculator, and 1 divided by 1.1 is equal to 0.9090 is equal to 0.8264. is equal to 0.7513. This is PV factor. Later, you have to multiply that. 0.1 divided by 1.1 is equal to multiplied by 20,000. So what you can do is either you can add all these things. All these things you can add, but directly multiply that with 20,000. 1 divided by 1.1 is equal to GT, grand total, multiplied by 20,000 is equal to, it is 49,737. This is the present value of all your cash flows. Future expected cash flows into present value. So this is the present value. Actually, you are getting 60,000, but the value of 20,000 after 3 years, it is not now 20,000. Now it is not 20,000. After 3 years, you are getting 20,000, but right now its value is less. After 2 years, you are getting 20,000. Right now, its value is less. After 1 year, you are getting 20,000. Right now, its value is less. So that's why the present value of all your cash flows. I hope you all know this. Hannah, you know how to calculate this with the help of this formula. Or else directly put the formula. Present value, you have to calculate. Future value, after 1 year, you are getting 20,000. 20,000 divided by 1 plus 0.10 to the power 1. Calculate this, and P is equal to 20,000. After 2 years, you are getting 20,000. 1 plus 0.1 to the power 2. Calculate this. P is equal to 20,000 divided by 1 plus 0.1 to the power 3. Calculate this, and all these values, you add it. If you add all these values, you will get this value. Okay. Yes. So that is the present value of the cash flow. That is given here. See, measures the wealth is the present expected value of all future income. All your future income, bring it to the present value. One more point. Sir, I am getting 20,000 for every year for n number of years. What is the present value? Can I calculate, sir? I am getting 20,000 for 2,000 years, sir. Can I calculate? That is called as perpetuity. You know the formula of perpetuity? How to calculate? Every year annuity. That means 20,000 you are getting. 20,000 divided by 0.10. If you do that, you will get the answer. Answer 20,000 divided by 0.1. Answer is 2 lakhs. Anna, perpetuity it is. Am I doing any mistake? People, if I'm wrong, please do let me know, because you know that I'm not pro in mathematics. But this is there in financial management. I can certainly say that I am good in FM, financial management. Okay. So I certainly say that I'm good in FM because I got some, some marks in SFM in CA Finance, because I am very much interested in managing my own finance. At the same time, I manage my client's finance too. Okay. So we do all these calculations, not too much, but some extent we do these calculations in my office also. Okay. Yes. So that is about the future, all your future values, the expected value, you are bringing it to the present value. To Friedman, money is a good as any other durable consumption good, and its demand is a function of great number of factors. There are many factors which will affect the demand for money. If you have greed, then more money is required. If you don't have greed, then money is not required. If you are very spiritual guy, then money is not required. If you are materialistic guy, money is required. If the income is more, money balance should also be more. Correct? If you are in a big cities, then money balance should be more. If you are in rural area, money balance is not required. Why? Correct. So these are, if technology improves, then money balance is not required. If technology is outdated, then money balance is required. You are giving more importance for investment. You are pessimist. Then money balance is, you don't keep money balance. You keep everything in the bank. You are optimist. then optimist, you keep everything in the bank. Pessimist, you keep everything in your pocket. Correct. So it depends on many factors. Friedman identifies following four determinants of the demand for money. First one, the nominal demand for money is a function of total wealth. Okay. First thing he said that it is the wealth which is represented by the permanent income divided by the discount rate. Permanent income 20,000 permanently I'm getting for n number of years, and discounted rate 10%. Here. This is what we have done. So defined as the average return on five assets classes in the monetarist theory world, namely money, bond, equity, physical capital, and human capital, is positively related to the price level. P. If the price level raises, see this is second point. First point is about wealth. If your wealth is high, then you require more amount of money in your pocket. If your wealth is less, then you require less amount of money in your pocket. Okay. Next one, positively related to the price level. If the prices of the product is increasing, then you require more amount should in your pocket to purchase afford or to purchase that product. You require more amount of money in your pocket now. The price level raises, demand for money increases, and vice versa. And raises if the opportunity cost of the money is money holding decline. Opportunity of cost of holding money declines. For example, if you put money in bank account, bank account gives you FD. For example, FD gives you 12% return. Think, FD gives you 12% return. You kept 10,000 rupees in your FD. What if bank account reduces it to 8%? Obviously, you will reduce so that you will find some other investment which gives more return. है ना? Correct. So same way, if it reduces to 3%, then you don't keep it in FD. You keep it in SB because it is giving more return. Or you put it in the shares. You might put it in the shares because that will give you more return. Correct. It will give you more return. So 12%, 8%, and 3% like this. It goes on decreasing. Then this also decreases. The amount balance that you keep in bank decreases, but in cash increases. Correct. Here, that is what given now. Opportunity cost of the money holding declines and vice versa. Raises if opportunity of cost of holding money declines. It raises, that means money, cash balance raises if opportunity cost of holding money decreases, or vice versa, ulta. Next, last one, influenced by inflation. Correct? No, inflation nothing but price level. Positive inflation rate reduces the real value of money. Inflation reduces the real value of money. For example, calculator. I purchased this calculator earlier. I used to purchase this. I purchased this calculator for 200. Now the value is 400. Think, value is 400. Then don't you think I require more money? If there is inflation, I require more money. If there is inflation, I require more balance. Okay. Thereby increasing the opportunity cost of money holdings. So these are the factors which are given by Friedman. So the demand for money as behavior towards the risk. So this says that James Tobin, an American economist, in his analysis makes a valid assumption that people prefer more wealth to less. According to him, see, we also prefer more wealth. Wealth has to increase. Correct? No, assets, wealth has to increase. According to him, an investor is faced with the problem of what proportion of his portfolio of financial asset he should keep in the form of ready money and in the form of investment. So we also have this doubt. I also have this doubt. How much I have to keep in money and how much I have to keep in investment? Doubt it is. Such as bonds. An individual's portfolio may also consist of more risky assets such as shares. I have shares. You might have also invested in shares. It can be a risky asset. According to Tobin, when individuals are faced with the various safe and risky assets, they diversify their portfolio by holding a balanced combination of safe and risky assets. Correct? No. So there is one saying. Remember the saying, don't put all eggs in one basket. Don't put all eggs in one basket. That means should not keep all your money in one investment. Sir, I will do everything FD, sir. No, 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 don't do it. Everything FD, no, not desirable. Everything I'll put it in shares, sir. No, that is also not desirable. Okay. Why? Because if you keep everything in FD, then what if there is one share that is giving you 20% return? In FD, it is giving you 8% return. Which is better? Share is better. Okay, sir, I'll keep everything in share in anticipating that I'll get 20% next year. No, 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 don't do it. Why? Because if market falls, share also falls. Share risky it is. Don't keep all money in risky assets. Keep some in here. So now you have to strike a balance here. So according to Tobin, an individual's behavior shows risk aversion, which means they prefer less risk to more risk at a given rate of return. So we always prefer more return at less risk, but it is not possible. Correct? No. See, students, they are not ready to take the risk. Not you. You have taken risk and you have set your mind for that now. Other students, they are not ready to take the risk. They want BCom, just BCom, and they want a good salary. For example, 80,000 salary per month, starting salary, 80,000. You will get 80,000 salary, but not per month. I can assure you that if you are just a BCom graduate, BCom holder, you will get good salary. You will get good respect. But remember that 80,000 salary, not per month, for 3 months, 4 months. For 4 months, you'll get 80,000 salary. See, I'm not putting any profession down here, but BCom nowadays, just BCom is not enough. I feel so. If you have any idea, have any examples, then you can personally come and meet me and you can tell me, sir, this has happened. This is I don't require any proof. I believe you. You can tell me. But I am sure that just to become nowadays, it is not enough. So you have to take some risk. I am very happy that you have taken risk. You have taken risk and you are doing CA. Okay. So risk is there. That means return bhi hai. Risk hai to isk hai. Okay. If an individual chooses to hold a greater proportion of risky assets such as bonds or shares in his portfolio, then he will be earning a higher average return, but will bear a higher degree of risk. Suddenly the shares might fall. The bond value might fall. Tobin argues that a risk averter will not choose such portfolio. He don't want that portfolio with all the risky bonds or greater proportion of them. He doesn't want all the risky bonds or greater proportion of the risky bonds in his portfolio. In the other case, an individual who in his portfolio of wealth holds only safe and riskless assets such as money in the form of cash or demand deposits, he will be taking almost zero risk but will also be getting no return. So he will get almost zero risk but no return also. Return, don't expect the return. Don't expect return also, remember. Okay. Therefore, people prefer a mixed or diversified portfolio of money, bonds and shares, with each person opting for a little different balance between risk and return. So each person a little balance. So each person opting for a little different balance between the risk and return. So finding that balance is required. If there is a good up in the market, I should be able to get that return. If there is fall in the market, my return should not be very less. I should get return in some other asset. So I have to diversify. So Tobin's liquidity preference function, Tobin derived his liquidity preference function showing the relationship between the rate of interest and demand for money. Okay. So he argues that with the increase in the rate of return on bond, individuals will be attracted to hold a greater portion of their wealth in bonds. A good return in the bonds, he will say that a good amount should be put in bond and less in the form of ready money. At higher rate of interest, the demand for holding money will be less and people will hold more bonds in their portfolio and vice versa. So higher rate of interest, the demand for holding money will be less. Why? Because I keep everything in bond so that I earn more money. In Tobin's portfolio approach, demand function for money as an asset slopes downwards, where horizontal axis shows the demand for money and vertical axis shows the rate of interest. So here, vertical axis is interest and it is demand for money and it slopes downwards as and when interest rate reduces, I wish to hold more in the form of money. So that's why it is downward sloping. Just like demand curve, it is downward sloping. If the rate of interest reduces, I wish to hold more amount in the form of money. If the rate of interest increases, then I wish to hold less amount in the form of money. That means I wish to hold. Okay, I'll give you one example. See, interest rate, not here. I'll put it here. Everyone here. Interest rate 10%, 8%, 7%, 4%. Rate of interest on, return on your savings. Savings value. Savings or money. Because savings. First, I will put savings here. Savings in, sorry, not savings here. I'm very sorry, not savings, bond. Bond investment. Investment in bond. Example 10,000 here. If rate of return reduces, I'll keep 5,000 here. If it even reduces 2,000 here, 0 here. Okay. The money. Money in the form of example, think you had 10,000 rupees in your pocket. 10,000. Okay. If rate of return is 10%, then you keep 0 in the form of money, everything in bond. If it is 8%, 5,000 you will keep in the form of money and other 5,000 you keep it in bond. Why you keep in form of money? Because if there is any other good opportunity, you want money to invest in that. No, for that purpose, you keep 5,000 in the form of money. Here, 8,000. Here, complete 10,000. Now think, I'll delete this. I delete this. See, there is negative relation, no? If this reduces, if this increases. Correct? Now, if I put a diagram to this, a chart to, graph to this, then this is interest rate 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And this is 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000. If this is the case, when the rate of return is 10% on bond, 0 in money, in the form of money, this is demand for money. This is demand for money. And this one is percentage of interest. Percentage of interest. Okay. Next one. When 8%, 5,000. When it is 8%, I did put amount 5,000. And next one. 7%, 8,000. When it is 7%, I did put to the extent of 8,000. Lastly, 4%, 10,000. 4%, I did put 10,000. So if you downward sloping it is, correct? No, that's what I have drawn here. See, downward sloping it is. So that is given. Vertical axis shows the rate of interest. See, it is approach demand function, money of the asset slopes downwards. Demand function, no, it is. Demand also slopes downwards, no. Yes. So this is about the topic here. Chalo, I'll give you 2 minutes. What we discussed in this class. In today's class about this unit was very simple for topic. That is the Tobin's theory and Friedman's theory. Don't you think it is interesting? है ना? Yes, sir, it is interesting. If you don't say, I will tell this to myself. Okay. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Go through those points. If you get some doubts, you let me know. Okay. 2 minutes. Who wanna 2 minutes? Doubts? हाँ, बैठे बैठे क्या करे, करना है कुछ काम, शुरू करे मनी सप्लाई लेके प्रभु का नाम. हाँ, here. Concept of money supply. Concept of money supply. So now, till now, we discussed about demand. Correct? No. In the previous unit, we discussed the theories related to demand for money. So we want money for so and so purpose, sir. That we discussed in the previous unit. Now, supply, अरे, we want demand. कौन देगा money? पैसों का जरूरत तो है सर. कहाँ से लाएंगे मनी को? पैसों को कहाँ से लाऊं मैं? Who will supply the money? So irrespective of the form of money, in any economy, money performs three primary functions that we already discussed. One is medium of exchange. If I want to exchange some resources, I'll give you the goods, you'll give me the money. Or you give me the goods or services, I'll give you the money. That is medium of exchange. Earlier, the goods were medium of exchange, barter system mein. But now there is no barter system. Medium of exchange is money and goods. Now, a unit of account. So it will serve as a unit of account. Okay. And store of value also. And it will serve as a store of value. We discussed about these three things in the last class. Remember these three things we already discussed in the last class? Yes. Now, store of value. In the real world, however, money provides monetary services along with tangible remunerations. In the real world, however, money provides monetary services along with tangible remunerations, in which we say that The money provides monetary services along with the tangible remunerations. How to explain? Um, for example, I'll give you money, you give me interest. This is tangible remuneration. Correct. It is. For this reason, the money must have a relationship with the activities that economic entities pursue. Money should have some relation with the activity. Otherwise, see, activities, if I do some activity, you have to give me money. अब तो मुझे पैसे देंगे ना. So you give me some money. So the entities, the entity pursues some activity for which they ask for money. That means there should be some relation. Money can therefore be defined for policy purpose as set of liquid financial assets. Set of financial assets. Financial assets, not the tangible assets. Tangible assets can be inventory. It can be the stock in trade, work in progress. All these are tangible. But here liquid financial assets. Now example, cash, marketable securities, and bills of exchange, promissory note. These are marketable liquid financial assets. Put together, it is money. The variations in the stock of which could impact aggregate economic activity. Variations in the stock of which. So now RBI has given 2000 rupees ka. Example, RBI has given 2000 rupees ka 50 lakh notes. 50 lakhs of note. And 500 rupees ka 50 lakh notes. 200 rupees ka 1 crore notes. Note, number of notes. I am talking about the quantity, not amount. And 100 rupees ka 5 crore notes. 50 rupees ka 20 crore notes. Like this. So it has given. What is this put together? So many notes are there, no, in circulation. All these notes, bank notes are in circulation. Everything put together, it is stock. We call it as, remember, Marthogli Kila. So this is considered as monetary base. Some economists say that this is monetary base, and some economists say that including bank deposits, that is also monetary base. Some are in the hard cash now. This is in hard cash. If I put this in the bank will deposit, keep that money. That is not the hard cash, bank deposit. We will discuss about that. So I can say that monetary base is equal to the fiat money or the money in circulation, currency in circulation plus deposit. Put together, it is MB, monetary base. Base, monetary base. Money means what, sir? Right now, what is monetary base? So that is the number of notes or currencies which are already given, number of notes or currencies which are already circulated in the market, and later they say that it is also the deposit which is there in the banks, which if I keep the deposits, no, see, I got some money, I kept it in the bank gave this money back to the RBI, so that is my money. That is monetary base. Why this monetary base is important, we'll discuss later. Why this monetary base is important, that we will discuss later. Okay. So variations in this stock, no, that means government issued more 2000 rupees note. It issued more 500 rupees note. It issued more 200 rupees note. Then it will affect the monetary activity. Economic activity ko affect karega ye. You want example? I'll give you the example. See, government already has issued example 50,000 crore of bank notes. Bank note is nothing but currency note. They have already issued 50,000 crores ka currency note. Okay. Now, because of freebies or all these things, government did print. They print extra notes to the extent of 5,000 crores. Extra 5,000 crore is That banknote is printed. They did print that 5,000 crore banknote. 50,000 crore banknote is already there. 5,000 crore banknote, they did print it. Print किया है उन्होंने. What happens, see? So you tell me what happens if this is the case. If they print 5,000 crores, money supply in the market increases, no? In the market, money supply increase. Sir, what happens if there is more supply of money in the market? If that increases, क्या होगा, sir? You have more money in your hand. है ना? More money in your hand. Okay. If that is the case, what you do? You demand more, no? You demand more. If demand increases, see, demand increases if it is backed by increase in supply. If demand increases, that is backed by increase in supply, then fine, no issues. Demand increases, if it is backed by increase in supply, then there is no issue. Supply also increase, sir, equilibrium. There will be demand. Increase in demand is equal to increase in supply. There is equilibrium. That's same. Remember, hello. Chapter number 4, unit number 2. This is supply. This is demand. Increase in supply is equal to, sir, increase in demand, sir. There is no change. Equilibrium price will remain constant. Equilibrium price will remain constant, sir. Where there is issue, increase in demand, but increase in supply is not there. Supply is not increasing, sir. Now there is issue. क्या होगा? Inflation. Correct. Supply did not increase. This is original supply. This is original demand. This is original price. Equilibrium price. EP. Because of increase in supply of money, extra banknote they did print, no? Money supply increased. That means you have more money. You did demand more. Okay, sir. Demand increased not because of price decrease in price. It is because of some other factor. Remember, expansion, contraction, increase, decrease. There is link. Expansion, it's not expansion, contraction because of other factors. If something happens to demand, demand will increase. Okay, sir, demand increased. What happens to equilibrium price? That got increased, sir. It got increased. क्या हुआ? EP, there is negative effect on EP. EP also increased. Inflation, this leads to inflation. Simply there is inflation. Economic activity में change आएगा. This will affect the inflation. है ना? Yes, no? Yes or no? Yes, sir. That's why it will affect the economic activity. Simply don't increase monetary base. Monetary base in the sense, increase in the printing of the money, or monetary base you increase, activity also increases. If there is positive activity, then fine. If there is negative effect, then many a time it will lead to inflation. Many a time it leads to inflation. So, economic stability requires that supply of money at any time should be maintained at the optimum level. I told you, supply of money has to increase only if there is inflation. Already there is inflation. Sorry, supply of money has to decrease. Supply of money has to decrease if there is already inflation. If supply of money decreases, demand decreases. If demand decreases, then price also decreases, so that there can be equilibrium. Equilibrium. Again, it might join and equilibrium price will be little less. Ideas. A prerequisite for achieving this is to accurately estimate the stock of money supply on a regular basis. Accurate money supply. How much should be the money supply on a regular basis? You have to calculate it appropriately, regulate it in accordance with the monetary requirement of the country. So in this unit, we shall look into the various aspects related to the supply of money. Simple concepts to hai yahan. You just have to apply the brain. Okay. Okay, sir. So now the reason or rationale of measuring the money supply. So the empirical analysis of money supply is important for two reasons. Why we need to study about the supply of money? It will facilitate analysis. It facilitates analysis of the monetary developments in order to provide a deeper understanding of the causes of money growth. It will give in order to provide a deeper understanding why money is increasing. See, money supply is increasing in the market. People, listen. I'll ask you I'll ask you a question. You have to answer. Money supply in the market is increasing. Why it is in RBI? If you are RBI, think that you are RBI. You did not print the money, but still there is more money supply in the market. You cannot decrease the inflation. How much ever you take back the money from the market, still there is money supply in the market. That means, what is the meaning of that? There is some terrorism activity. Someone is printing. If it's not you, that means if it is not RBI, then someone is printing. Who is that person who is printing? That we should know. That is the main purpose of demonetization, which has happened in 2016. A good initiative taken by our government. I definitely support that. And many terrorists, what has happened? Their life, some of the politicians, some of the terrorists, their life, that wash out. So might be me and you, we some general public, we might have faced some problem. To me, there was zero problem, zero issue, because me in the sense to my family, there was zero issue. Why? Because we don't have black money. Arey, black money nahi. Money hi kam hai na. So money in the bank account is very less. We keep everything in the transparent mode. Money is less. You leave black money. मेरे पास money चाहिए ना. Money. I had no money. So then why will I worry? Correct. Those who had black money, they should think. And some politicians or some businessmen or some terrorist, they had some money, extra money, black money. Now they'll wash out of the life. Okay. Anyways, so this is one reason to know how the money is growing. कहाँ से आ रहा है पैसा? One, it is essential from a monetary policy perspective as it provides a framework to evaluate whether the stock of money in the economy is consistent with the standard for the price stability. So to stabilize the price, money supply should be there. I already told you, if there is more demand for the product, that means more supply of money. Everyone, you have money. So that supply of money is more in the market. To stabilize, what government has to do? RBI has to take the money from your pocket. The government might put some taxation so that it will take money from your pocket, so that the demand, what you have done, that you will reduce. So if demand reduces, the price also reduces. Inflation is in control, correct? No. So this is the idea. If there is less demand, very less demand, now the government will do some injections in the market. So it does some injections so that again demand will increases. So this is the idea. Standard for the price stability, and to understand the nature of deviations from these standards. Why there is deviation in the standard? To know that, we need to know the money supply. Something about money supply. Now, first of all, we will study what are the sources of money supply. We already know RBI is the first source. Okay. First of all, we need to know RBI. RBI is the first source which will print the money. Which will print money actually. The sources of money supply. The supply of money in the economy depends on the decision of the central bank based on the authority conferred on it. That means printing the money. And the supply responses of the commercial banking system. You know that bank will also create money. You know that bank will also create money, sir. How, sir? How the banks will create money? You might have the doubt. See, you are clarified that, yes, sir, central bank, they will print the money. Chhap rahe, sir, print go. So they are printing the money. Then no issue. That we understood. But how commercial bank can print the money? It's not actually printing the money. It is creation of money in some other way. I'll tell you. Everyone, for next 5 minutes, your 100% attention should be here. Okay? 100% attention should be here. Listen to me very carefully. Okay. Mr. A. Okay, I'll change the color. Mr. A, he had 10,000 rupees. Baba, he had 10,000 rupees. He kept that in the bank. Everyone, you can see the screen, no? You can see the screen, no? Then later, don't surprise me by saying that, sir, whatever you are writing, we cannot see that. Yes, very good. Disha, thank you so much. Huh. Bank A, this guy, no? Okay, this guy kept money in bank P, bank P. Mr. A, he kept 10,000 in bank P. You know that there is something called as CRR and SLR, cash reserve ratio, and SLR, statutory liquidity ratio. For the time being, we think that CRR and SLR are 5%, 5%. What is CRR? Cash reserve ratio, which should be kept by some part of the deposit should be kept by the bank in RBI, that is CRR. Some part of the money should be kept by bank with themselves for liquidity purpose. This is SLR, cash reserve ratio and statutory liquidity ratio, CRR and SLR, 5%, 5%. You know this. So we will keep it as totally it is 10%, correct? Okay, what they have to do now? Out of this 10,000, they'll keep 1,000 with the bank. They'll keep 1,000 aside. And what they do with other 9,000? क्या करेंगे ये लोग with this 9,000? They will give as loan, correct? Okay. Where is this 10,000 now? Listen very much carefully. Sir, what has happened with the 10,000? Which A kept? A kept that. See, once he keeps, no, there is one SB account, correct? SB account में he will print the passbook. Passbook को print करेगा वो, who? Mr. A, his SB account. So which shows 10,000. 10,000. And out of this 10,000, this bank, no, will give 9,000 as loan to example Mr. B. Mr. B asks for loan. This 9,000 is given to Mr. B as loan. Now, B's loan account में, in loan account, so bank will create one loan account and they will put 9,000 in the bank account, loan account. Okay, loan is given to Mr. B. What if one fine day or tomorrow, for example, very next day, Mr. A is asking his money, 10,000. Can he? Yes, he can withdraw 10,000 now. Same way, what if B is also asking, sir, you have sanctioned 9,000, no? Give me that 9,000. Okay. Bank has to give this 9,000, yes or no? Yes, the bank has to give that 9,000 also. Now think. If Mr. A takes out 10,000, he will spend that. If Mr. B takes that 9,000, he will spend that. What was the initial deposit? 10,000. It created 9,000 extra. Totally, how much is there now? 19,000 in the market. 9,000 extra is there in the market. Hi, Anna. Yes or no? Understood. This is how bank will create 9,000. Okay. Now think, bank created 9,000. This, I'll for the time being, I'll rub this. Okay. I'll rub this. He has not taken the money. Think, he has not taken the money. This 9,000 he will spend. Mr. B spent this 9,000 and he purchased out of 9,000, no? He purchased some goods and he gave from whom, sir? Mr. C. He purchased goods from Mr. C for 9,000 and he made UPI payment. Think, UPI payment. UPI. Directly it went to HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank account of Mr. C. HDFC Bank, how much it got now? 9,000. What HDFC Bank will do? They will keep 10% as the reserve and other 8,100. They will give it as loan. क्या हुआ? 8,000. What if Mr. C, tomorrow, Mr. C, he asks for 9,000. HDFC has to give this 9,000. Correct? No. HDFC has to give 9,000 and HDFC gave to Mr. D this loan. If he asks for 8,100, then he has to give 8,100. HDFC has to give 8,100. No. Are हाँ या ना? Again 8,100 created. No, sir. Now, okay, Mr. D took this 8,100 and he spent in purchasing some goods. He gave it to Mr. E. Mr. E will deposit in the Bank of Baroda. He will deposit, his bank account is in Baroda. What Baroda will do now? They will keep 10% as the reserve. Other 90%, 8,100 minus 810. Kitna hoga? 7,290. This 7,290, they will give loan to whom, sir? Mr. F. What Mr. F will do? This 8,290 ko Mr. F, loan to Mr. F. He spent that amount, 7,290, no? He spent that amount on G. What G will do? He will deposit in Vijaya Bank. Example, Vijaya Bank will keep 10%. Other amount, sir, minus 10%. 6,561. That they will give it to, example, H, Mr. H. अरे क्या हो रहा है यहाँ? Sir, initial deposit is still just 10,000, sir. That 10,000 created 9,000 and that 9,000 created 8,100 extra. That 8,100 created 7,290. That 7,290 created 6,561. Now take the calculator. If you have the calculator, take the calculator. First initial deposit is 10,000 minus 10%. 9,000 हुआ. Minus 10%. 8,100 हुआ. Minus 10%. 7,290 हुआ. Minus 10%. 6,561 हुआ. What is happening? 10% less होता जा रहा है, sir. So it is getting deducted. It is in the decreasing order. 10%, 10%, 10%, 10% जा रहा है, and the extra money, no, that is getting created. 10,000 will multiply. 10,000 will multiply. कैसा multiply हो रहा है, sir? Okay. So, what happens here? What happens here? I'll give you one more, see, I'll give you one scenario. We'll go to Excel sheet. We'll go to Excel sheet and I'll explain. See. Cannot create the sheet, huh? Okay. Here, initial deposit was 10,000. Correct? 10,000 tha na? Okay. First one, how much it created? It created 9,000. Correct? It created extra 9,000. How did it create? This minus 10% of this. This multiplied by 10%. Enter. 9,000 हुआ. Is equal to this minus this multiplied by 10%. Correct? 8,100 हुआ ना? Like this. If I 7,290, that was minus 10%, no? Correct, no? 7,290 minus 10%, minus 10%, minus 10%. Correct. So here what I'll do, now I'll take this for n number of times. This happens for this multiplies now. See, look at the row number. It is changing. So lastly, it will go to 0. Somewhere it will change to 0. See, starting from 10,000 now, the bank has 10,000. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll put this 10,000 in this row. Okay, control plus. This 10,000, I'll put it here. So 10,000, initially 10,000 was there. That went on multiplying, sir. So it went on multiplying. If I see the total of the column, can you see 1 lakh here? Okay, I'll do the total of this. How to do the total of this? It is perpetuity is equal to SUM sum of control shift up arrow. Okay, enter. So what is the total? Total summation of all these things is 1 lakh. Have we got 1 lakh? Have we got 1 lakh? So it is nothing but adding all these values. 9,000, 8,100, 7,290, 6,561. That means that 10,000, just 10,000 is the deposit. That 10%, after deducting 10%, you are getting this value. 9,000, 8,100, 7,290, 6,561. You know the easy method to calculate this? Easy method to calculate this. Wait, I'll just share the screen here. Easy method to calculate is 10,000 divided by 10% perpetuity. Correct? Sorry. 10,000, yeah, divided by 10%. Answer is 1 lakh. Answer is 1 lakh. So if this happens for, this is called as multiplier. Sir, how to calculate multiplier? 1 divided by 0.1. How much I'll get? 10, no? Multiply that with 10,000. So answer is 1 lakh. And practically we have seen that in our example. How to calculate multiplier? Again, how to calculate multiplier? What is this 10%? What is this 10%? Sir, what is that 10%? Reserve. Correct? No, I'm keeping that reserve. CRR and SLR put together, that is reserve. Reserve. 1 divided by R. That is equal to multiplier. So 1 divided by 0.1, that is equal to 10. 10 is the multiplier, money multiplier. We call this as money multiplier. So now 10,000 is the monetary base. I started with 10,000 and reserve is 10%. So 10,000 multiplied by monetary base multiplied by, I started with 10,000, that is called as monetary base, multiplied by money multiplier 10, that is equal to money supply. How to calculate money supply? Bachcho, how to calculate money supply? Money supply is equal to monetary base multiplied by money multiplier. We call it as K. I think K. Wait. Money multiplier is called as denoted by small m, I guess. Yes. See, M is equal to money supply, M into monetary base. Why I told this now? See, M is equal to M, small m it is. You should never forget. Hello, everyone, never forget this. So small m is equal to How to calculate small m now? How to calculate small m? Divided by, wait, ms, money supply, divided by monetary base. Is it? Yes. Money supply is equal divided by monetary base. That means 1 lakh divided by 10,000. Correct, no? That is how to calculate. For example, in our example, see, monetary base, what was monetary base? 10,000. And this is money supply. 1 lakh divided by 10,000. 1 lakh divided by 10,000. If you do that, again, you will get 10. So that is what money multiplier know. How to calculate money multiplier? There are two ways to calculate money multiplier. Two ways for money multiplier. To calculate money multiplier, there are two ways for money multiplier. Number one, that is number one, ms divided by mb, that is equal to small m. Second idea, that is small m is equal to 1 divided by r. These are the two methods. Write it in a small sticky note and stick it to the wall in front of you. ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಗೋಡೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಕಿ ನೋಟಿಗೆ ಬರೀರಿ. ಗೋಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಿಬೇಡಿ, ಗೋಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಿಬೇಡಿ. Write it on a sticky note and put it to the wall or notice board. Do something. ಗೋಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ದ್ರು ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲ ಗೋಡೆ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಡೆಸ್ಕಲ್ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದು. ಬಟ್ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸರ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ರೂಮ್ for your some good purpose ke liye you can do this. Okay. Again, going back, what I was explaining is that how banks will create money. Correct. Money creation can be by two things. Now you know how banks will create money. After taking reserve, it goes on giving loan. Reserve deduct karo, loan is given. So money either has intrinsic value or represents title to commodities that have intrinsic value or title to other debt instruments. In modern economies, the currency is in a form of money that is issued exclusively by the sovereign and is legal tender. Correct? No. So paper currency is such a representative money and it is essentially a debt instrument. Correct? No, it is written on that note. I promise to pay the bearer of this debt or note a sum of 500 rupees. Remember this. If you have currency note, open that and see that what is written there. 500 rupees note mein it is written as 500. 10 rupees note mein it is written as 10 rupees. It is liability of the issuing central bank, especially governor, and an asset to the holding public. It is my asset because someone owes me. That person is my debtor. If it is debtor, that person is debtor, then I have to show this in my balance sheet debit side. Correct? Correct? No? Yes. The central bank of all countries are empowered to issue currency, and therefore the central bank is the primary source of money supply in all countries. So it is the primary source of money in all the countries. So that, okay, that is required now. Why? Because central bank, everything is done by central bank now. In effect, high powered money, nothing but that currency notes issued by monetary authorities is the source of all other forms of money. See, starting mein high powered money, nothing but monetary base. Currency, cash currency, hard currency which is kept in the bank, no? That is the base. Everywhere that is the base. On that basis, it starts multiplying. In effect, money, The currency issued by the central bank is fiat money, FAIT money, and is backed by supporting reserves, and its value is guaranteed by the government. So its value is guaranteed by government. Government says that don't worry, I will pay you back. Government. The second major source of money supply is the banking system of the country, that we have already seen. The total supply of money in the economy is also determined by the extent of credit created by the commercial banks in the country. The banks create money supply in the process of borrowing and lending the transactions. We have just seen that, correct? Money so created by the commercial bank is called as credit money. Credit money, which is created by the bank. We have seen that, no, 10,000, 9,000. 9,000 to 8,100. That one. With the developments in the economy and evolution of the payments system, the form and functions of the money has changed over time. Earlier, money was some form, but now the function of the money has also changed, and it will continue to influence the future course of currency. Continues to influence the future course of currency. The concept of money has experienced evolution from commodity to metallic currency, paper currency, digital currency, earlier to that, plastic currency. Plastic currency is nothing but debit card, credit card. Further, with the advent of the cutting-edge technologies, digitalization of the money is the next milestone, that is UPI, complete digitalization. So advancement in the technology has made it possible for the development of new form of money, that is CBDC, central bank digital currencies. It is digital currency, nothing but UPI. So finally, the recent innovations in the technology-based payment solutions have led central banks around the globe to explore the potential benefits and risk of issuing CBDC so as to maintain the continuum with the current trend in the innovations. So just the one current trend which is there in the innovations, no, that is required. The Reserve Bank broadly defines CDC as the legal tender issued by a central bank in a digital form. We know this. It is akin to the sovereign paper currency, but takes a different form. So CDC is just like a paper currency, but it is digital form, digital currency. It is central digital currency, CDC. Okay, exchangeable at par with the existing currency and shall be accepted as medium of payment. Everyone agrees that it is medium of payment now. Legal tender and a safe store of value, CDC would appear as liability on central bank balance sheet. It would appear as liability on a central bank's balance sheet. Why? Because central bank has to pay some amount. Correct? Central bank has to pay some amount. That's what it is written on that. I promise to pay. Central bank promised to pay 500 rupees in the 500 note to the bearer. The cryptocurrencies are not currencies, okay, are facing significant legislative uncertainties and are not legally recognized in India as currency. Now, we don't consider it as currency. It is not the currency. Hence, these are not categorized as money. They are not money nowadays, not nowadays, now. They are not money. Okay. So this is about some important topics about money. Now, how to measurement of money supply. Measurement of money supply, simple form of points it is. There is virtually a profusion of different types of money. So many types of monies are there. You can see it can be currency. It can be cryptocurrency. No, cryptocurrency is not money. I'm so sorry. Promissory note, savings bank deposit, fixed deposit, post office deposit, like this. There are many kinds of money. Essentially credit money, and this makes measurement of the money supply a difficult task. Different currencies follow different practices in measuring money supply. The measure of money supply vary from country to country, from time to time, and from purpose to purpose. We measure money in different forms. It differs from time to time, place to place, and from purpose to purpose. The reference to such different monies are beyond the scope of this unit. All the types of money, all the type purpose to purpose, that that differs. That is not beyond. It is beyond our the discussion in this unit. In this unit, we shall be concentrating on Indian case only, and in the following discussion, we shall focus on alternative measures of money supply prepared and published periodically by the Reserve Bank of India. So what Reserve Bank of India is giving periodically, what they are explaining, no, or what they are publishing, that we are discussing. Okay, here. Since July 1935, the Reserve Bank of India has been compiling and disseminating monetary statistics. Till 1967-68, the RBI used to publish only a single narrow measure of money supply, that is M1, defined as sum of money and demand deposit held by the public. From April 1977, following the recommendations of the second Working Group on Money Supply, SWG, the RBI has been publishing the data on four alternative measures of money supply denoted by M1, M2, M3, M4, besides the reserve money. Besides the reserve money, it is giving M1, M2, M3, M4. It is explaining what are these money. The respective empirical definitions of these measures are given below. First one, M1. Okay. First one, M1. What is M1? Currency, notes and coins with the people. That means we all have currency, money, that plus demand deposit. That is nothing but savings bank deposits, not time deposit. They are not talking about fixed deposit, demand deposit. And other deposits with RBI, CRR, SLR, not with the RBI, but CRR. That is also other deposit which bank is keeping with the RBI. See, the money in my pocket, money in my bank account, and my bank account is keeping that money with the Reserve Bank. So that amount, everything put together, it is M1. Okay, what is M1? M1, see, I have some currency in my pocket, and I keep some amount in savings bank. The moment I keep some amount in savings bank, some amount will be kept with the CRR, with the RBI and with the bank. So what I have to do now? Bank, CRR plus pocket. That is M1. Okay. The amount with the bank, amount with CRR, other deposits with the RBI plus pocket. That is in the form of cash. Cash. So that money, everything put together, it is M1. In the form of currency. Okay. What is M1? Okay, wait. M1. What is M1? In the form of currency. In the form of currency. Second one, in deposit. And next, it is in the form of, see, currency, deposit, and later it is there in the form of deposit with RBI. So this is M1. Now the interesting one is M2. Okay. What is M2? M2, M1 plus savings deposit with the post office savings bank. M1, that means whatever which is described in M1 plus savings deposit with post office savings bank. Okay. M2, which is M1 plus post office savings bank. M1 plus post office SB. The deposit in post office SB. That is also given here. M1, M2. Next one, what is M3, sir? M3, it is M3, it is M1 plus time deposit with banking system. M1 It is M1 plus time deposit. What is time deposit? FD. Time deposit. So I'm not considering post office here, post office SB, but time deposit. That is M3. What is M4? Very simple. It is M1 plus M2. Wait. M1 plus time deposit with banking system. M3. It is M3 plus total deposit with savings organization. See, M1 plus M3. This one. This is pending, no? That also we will add. The total deposit with post office. Deposit with post office. So M1 plus M3 plus deposit with the post office. That is also included. All the deposit, but except NSC, National Savings Certificate. इसको exclude करके. See, excluding National Savings Certificate. So again, sir, what is M1? All the money in the pocket with the bank with RBI. What is M2? M1 pocket, bank with RBI plus post office. What is M3? Pocket, bank, RBI plus bank time deposit. Not savings, but time deposit. Next one, sir, what is M4? M3, that is bank, pocket, RBI, time deposit plus post office. Post office, everything is included, but excluding National Savings Certificate, NSC. Please make a note of it, no? This photo, no? So you might be seeing this photo. I just show you this photo. This photo is created by me with AI. Okay. I just love this photo. I just told AI, artificial intelligence, that create a photo, create a picture of Lord Krishna with formal and using computer. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm not hurting anyone's sentiment here. I just wanted to see Krishna in this. What if Lord Krishna is a chartered accountant? What if Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna ji, was a chartered accountant? I just wanted to see him as a CA, chartered accountant. He is everywhere. Krishna is everywhere. So he only told that ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तान् तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्य पार्थ सर्वशः यद्भावं तद्भवति. What he said was, how you see me, I'll appear in front of you in the same way. So AI helped me. I had one, I just wanted to see Krishna as a chartered accountant. How he would look. ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇವರು ಅಂತ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. Such a cute photo it is, isn't it? And Krishna is having Krishna's idol backside. How do you see this? Isn't it super? You loved it? I loved it. And I, uh, you know, that profession, no? CA profession, to me, as well as to you or to me, we all will get the profession from him. He is the reason for everything that I believe. He is reason for everything. He is reason for my success too. And he is the inspiration who keeps telling me that you have to do this, you have to do that. Like this. I always get the, otherwise, why will I do the class on Sunday? Because he told that you have to do your karma. It is your kartavya. You have to do it because students are waiting to write the exam. ನಾಡ್ದು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. They want some help from your side. Trisha classes is nimitta. And I am also nimitta matra. And I am also the one amongst the reasons for your success. And you deserve that. That's why you are here. Anyways, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್. I don't have time. Thanks to AI, artificial intelligence, मेरा सपना साकार हुआ. I just wanted to see him in the formal dress. I can see that now. Okay. अरे क्या हुआ? क्यों क्यों क्यों? Okay, huh? Wait. Mm, Here. Please make a note of all these M1, M2, M3, no? M1, M2, M3, M4. Okay. After this, next one, the determinants of money supply. So, what are the factors that will determine the money supply? Okay, we'll see that. There are two alternative theories in respect of determination of money supply. Two theories are there. According to the first wave, money supply is determined exogenously by the central bank. What is exogenously? Central bank will decide what should be the supply of money. They will supply that money. Aste. Central bank will decide what should be the supply of money. They will supply that money exogenously by the central bank. The second view holds that the money supply is determined endogenously by changes in the economic activities which affect people's desire to hold currency relative to the deposit, rate of interest, etc. Endogenously means it is not decided by the central bank, it is decided by the people on the basis of our transactions. It depends on our demand. So that is given there. The current practice is to explain the determinants of money supply based on money multiplier approach, which focuses on the relation between the money stock and money supply. That we have already seen. M is equal to 1 by R, or M is equal to MS divided by MB, money multiplier. Correct? So of the monetary base or high powered money, monetary base, same. Both are same. बच्चों, you have to remember monetary base and high powered money. Both are same. The monetary base is the sum of currency in circulation and bank reserves. Before we discuss the determinants of money supply, it is necessary that we know the concept of money multiplier. Correct? No. Monetary supply we will discuss later. First, you need to know what is money multiplier. You should be knowing what is money multiplier. Why am I stammering today? Huh? Okay. The concept of money multiplier. The money created by the Reserve Bank of India is monetary base. Correct? No. Correct? No. That is what we discussed. Yes, that is monetary base. Also known as high powered money. It is also called as high powered money. So there are two names here, MB or HE. HP is nothing but high powered money. Don't forget. I'll ask you again tomorrow. Okay? Huh. High powered money. Banks create money by making loans. We have seen that 10,000 became 9,100 extra. Sorry, 9,000 extra. Later 8,100 again created. A bank loan or invest its bank loans invest its excess reserve to earn more interest. Correct? No, they will invest. Their investment is nothing but giving us the loan. So to earn more interest, a 1 rupee increases in monetary base causes the money supply to increase by more than 1 rupee. Correct? So in our example, 1 rupee multiplied by 10 monetary base. This 1 rupee is monetary base multiplied by 10. What is that multiplier? 1 rupee has the power to create 10 rupees. That means 9 rupee extra. That's what happened in our example also. 10,000 created 1 lakh. That means 90,000 extra. The increase in money supply is the money multiplier. So the money supply is defined as money is either currency held by the public or bank deposit. M is equal to C plus D. Did we discuss about this? It is currency plus deposit. अरे डिस्कस किया है कि नहीं? किया है ना? कहाँ सर? I'll tell you. Where sir? Here sir. Not here. Where sir? Here sir. कहाँ सर? यहाँ सर. Where sir? Here sir. कहाँ सर? अरे कहाँ गया वो? I remember I told you somewhere. Not here. हाँ यहाँ 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 यहाँ. Money, that is nothing but currency that you have plus deposit. Money plus deposit. Okay. So that is given here. See, currency plus deposit. Currency you have plus deposit you have. That is monetary base or high powered money. So money supply, MS, money supply is equal to money, that is money multiplier multiplied by monetary base, where M is the money supply, small m is the money multiplier, and MB is the monetary base or high powered money. From the above equation, we can derive the money multiplier M as money supply. So money multiplier M or monetary base. So there is wrong here. Don't want. That is not required. M is equal to MS divided by MB, or M is equal to 1 divided by R. So money multiplier M is defined as the ratio that relates the change in the money supply to a given change in the monetary base. It is the ratio of stock of money to the stock of high powered money. Ratio of stock of money to the stock of high powered money, monetary base. For instance, if there is injection of 100 crore in the market operation by central bank and it leads to an increase of 500, 100 became 500. That means how many times? 5 times. What is the multiplier? 5. 100 multiplied by 5, you will get money supply as 500. So 5 times. Hence, the money multiplier indicates the change in monetary base which is transformed into money supply. So this is okay. This is one idea of calculating money multiplier. We make two simplifying assumptions as follows. Two assumptions are very important. One, here, see in our example, here, see what are our assumptions? You should have got one doubt now. You should have got a doubt. What should be the doubt? Sir, whatever paid by the E, that is gone to BOB, sir. What if he takes out cash? What if this guy withdraws the cash? Now example, Mr. A paid 10,000 to the bank. Mr. B to Mr. B, the bank has given 9,000 loan. Now 9,000 loan mein Mr. B withdraws 4,000 and he keeps it in his pocket. Pocket mein cash he kept in pocket. Other 5,000 he gave it to this guy. Sorry, other 5,000 no, gave it to C. Now kya hua? It will not create it. 8,100 is not created. No, 5,000 is kept in the bank. What if C also takes out some money? Correct. That's why it is assumed that whatever paid, no, complete bank transaction. There is no cash transaction. First assumption, there is no cash transaction. Individuals and bank corporation never hold currency. That means they don't hold currency in the form of cash. And bank should not hold excess reserve. 10% is the reserve. What if they keep more reserve? No, you should not keep excess reserve. All the other than reserve, everything you have to give it as loan. 1 minute. Yes, everything should be given as loan. Nothing should be kept in the pocket, or the government or bank should not keep excess reserve. Reserve should not be more. Now a question to you. If reserve increases, what happens to the money multiplier? If reserve increases, what happens to the money multiplier? If R is equal to 10%, then what is the money multiplier? M is equal to 1 by 0.1. Answer will be 10. Answer will be 10, no? Okay. What if R is equal to 20%? If reserve increases, what happens to the money multiplier? M is equal to 1 by 0.2. Answer is 5. Can I say that if reserve increases, money multiplier decreases? Money multiplier decreases, no? So what kind of relation between money multiplier and reserve? R increases, M decreases. Remember, should not forget. R increases, M decreases. R decreases, M increases. R decreases, M increases. R increases, M decreases. R decreases, M increases. This is the simple funda. Okay. Yes, sir. Now, continue. What determines the size of money multiplier? If R is reserve ratio in a country for all commercial banks, then each unit of, say, rupee, money reserve generates 1 by R money. Correct? No, this we know this. Therefore, for any value of R, the money multiplier is 1 by R. We know this. For example, if R is 10%, then multiplier will be 10. If reserve ratio is 5%, then multiplier will be 1 divided by 0.5, that is 20. Thus, the higher the reserve ratio, less of each deposit bank loan out. And the smaller the multiplier will be, multiplier will reduce. Correct? No? Okay. So this is about concept of money multiplier. Okay. Now the money multiplier approach to the supply of money. Money multiplier approach to the supply of money. See, the money multiplier approach to money supply propounded by Milton Friedman and Anna Schwartz considers 3 factors as immediate determinants of money supply. What are the 3 factors? First one, stock of high-powered money. It's completely related, no? M is equal to MS divided by MB. Money supply divided by monetary base. First point, MB, monetary base, is very important one. Stock of high-powered money. Government increases the stock. Think, bachcho, here everyone, 100% attention. I know that you are hungry. ತುಂಬಾ ಹಸಿವಾಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು ಸರ್. ಹೌದು, ನನಗ್ ಸಹ ಹಸಿವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. I am also hungry here. But hunger for knowledge is more. The thirst for knowledge should be more. What drives you, sir? Interest drives me. What drives you, sir? Hunger for knowledge drives me. What drives me, sir? My patience will drive me. Okay, here. Just there, sir. Listen. If now R is equal to example 10%, then M will be 10, no? How it is 10? 1 divided by 0.10. That means 10. M will be 10. And M will be 10. Yes, sir. Now, if M is 10, MB, earlier MB was 100. Then what is MS? What will be MS? MS is equal to M into MB. Did we discuss about this? Monetary base multiplied by money multiplier. Array, did we discuss about this? Yes. 10,000 multiplied by 10. It became 1 lakh in our example. हाँ sir. Yes sir. 10 multiplied by 100. कितना होगा? 1000. Monetary base 100 will grow to 1000. What if monetary base increases by 20 sir? क्या होगा? Then money supply will be 10 multiplied by 120. Answer is 120, 100, 1200. That means 200 extra. For 20 extra, 200 extra. How is 200 extra? 20 multiplied by 10. That is 200, no? What is the conclusion? Reserve being same, if monetary base increases, money supply also increases, but not in the same rate. Monetary base increased by 20, but money supply increases by 200. 20 multiplied by 10. 200. Correct? Yes. The ratio of reserve to the deposit or reserve ratio. That is also one consideration. Now think. In this example, R is equal to 10%. MB is equal to 100. Okay. Now, in that case, M is equal to 10 हुआ. MS is equal to 10 multiplied by 100. That became 1000. Now, what I'll do, case 2 में, R I will take it 5%. MB I will keep it same. MB I'll keep it 100. M is equal to, this will change now. 1 divided by 0.5, it became 20. So what is MS is equal to 20 multiplied by 100. Answer is 2000. 1000 to 2000 हुआ ना? That means first we discussed, in this example, we discussed about change in MB. MB was 100. MB increased by 20. This example is for change in MB. This example is for change in reserve. Okay, this example is change in reserve, change in MB. Now the next one. The ratio of currency to the deposits or currency deposit ratio. C divided by D. C divided currency to deposit. Out of currency deposit, how much you will take it as currency? You should not take out. I told you, cash, the more cash you take out, money supply will be less. Supply of money, the money supply, no, that will be less if the cash you have that you take out, no, the money supply will reduce. So that's why more cash you should not take out. More cash you should not take out. Once again. Yes, here. Sorry. CD, if you take out more cash outside, no, it will harm the deposit. Deposit, see, it will not get multiplied. Multiply to nahi hoga na. You're getting my point. More cash you take out, the deposit will be less. If deposit is less, multiplier will be less. So in our example, for example, wait, I'll stop sharing here and I'll share this Excel sheet. Remember our Excel sheet? Okay, this Excel sheet. Now think that out of 9,000 may he will take out example from 9,000, no, he will take out, for example, 3,000. If he takes out 3,000 को निकाल दिया जाए sir, what happened? See, money multiplier is 1,40,000. Sorry, how it became 1,40,000? Sorry. This 1 lakh is there, no, here. This I have to, that summation, no, summation I have to take out. So here, see, it is 70,000. Summation will be 70,000. Correct. It was 1 lakh. Now it became 70,000. Kyun it reduced? Why? Because you have taken out 3,000 outside. One small change, 3,000 taking outside. 30,000 is gone. Getting this 3,000 multiplied by 10, that is lost, no. That money will not double. If you take out 3,000 outside, 30,000 is gone. Now you tell me, instead of 3,000, what if I take out 2,000? Sir, I'm not taking 3,000, sir. I will take 2,000. What is the answer that you should get there? कितना आना चाहिए? Fast, answer. कितना? Think and tell me. I'm here. यहीं पे हूं मैं. हाँ. 2,000 is gone, no. 2,000 multiplied by 10, yaar. 20,000. You have to get 80,000 as the answer. Ashte, money multiplier. 2,000 is gone out. 2,000 multiplied by 10. 20,000 has to go out. But it depends on the stage where it is going out. At which stage, for example, I will add 2,000 here. Now, what if I take out 2,000 here? I took out 2,000 here. Now it will not be 8,000, 80,000, I think. Still 8,000, 80,000. Huh? Oh, is it? Okay, it is 80,000. Everywhere it is coming 80,000. I got the curiosity now. What if I take 2,000 here? At this stage. 2,000 is taken out at this stage. Third stage, mein. Cool, dude. Again 80,000. Wherever you take out 2,000, it is 80,000. 2,000 multiplied. That is the power of multiplier. Okay. So 2,000 will be gone. So I hope this concept bit clear. Correct? Just trying something different. Huh? Okay. So I'll stop sharing here and don't worry, I'll leave you. Okay. Give me 5 minutes. I'll leave you. I'll leave you early. Huh? Give me 5 minutes. Someone did scold me. Tell me the truth. Who is that? ಯಾರೋ ಬೈದ್ರು ನನ್ಗೆ. Tell me the truth. ಜನ ಒಂದು ಬಿಡುವುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾರ್ರೆ ಅಂತ. Tell me the truth. Who is that? Huh. Okay. So here, you may note that these represents the behavior of the central bank, behavior of the commercial banks. Correct? No. This is the behavior of the central bank. Their monetary base can be increased by them. This is the behavior of the central bank. This is, see, reserve ratio. This is the reserve, keeping more reserve. This is the behavior of the commercial banks. And the ratio of currency deposit. This is the behavior of the general public. We, I am me taking out money. The government, monetary base, central bank taking out money or giving money. And the reserve ratio, bank keeping more reserve. These are the three important behaviors now. We shall now describe how each of the above contributes to the determination of the aggregate money supply in an economy. So, you tell me, central bank increases the monetary base. Kya hoga? What happens if the central bank increases the monetary base? Money supply increases. If that reduces, money supply decreases. Very simple. So, I'm just putting this in a conclusion. See, there is no point in reading all that. I will give you the conclusion. Conclusion is, if central bank monetary base or high powered money, we also call it as high power, correct? Monetary base increases, money supply also increases. Monetary base decreases, money supply also decreases. Yes or no? Yes, that we have seen in the example. Where, sir? Here, we have seen in the monetary base example. This is monetary base example. We have seen here. Monetary base increases, money supply also increase. Next one, sir. Next one here. The behavior of the commercial banks. Here also I will summarize this. I would like to summarize here. See, reserve ratio. If the required reserve ratio on demand deposit increases, while all other variables remain same, more reserve would be needed. This implies that bank must contract their loans. If the loan reduces, money supply reduces, no, causing decline in the deposit and hence the money supply. Ashte. Now, what is excess reserve? What if there is excess reserve? Excess reserve, if reserve ratio increases, money multiplier decreases, no. Nothing but reserve ratio increases means excess reserve is there. What is excess reserve? Required reserve minus actual reserve. That is total reserve minus required reserve. For example, they have given one example. If the total reserve is 800 billion, where the required reserve is 600 billion, then excess reserve is 200 billion. 800 minus 600, that 200 is excess reserve. We know that the cost of a bank while holding excess reserve is in terms of opportunity cost. That means the bank is holding excess reserve, sir. There is opportunity cost. There is opportunity cost. If the bank is holding more money, if the bank is holding more money in the form of reserve, they cannot give the loan, no? If they cannot give that loan, the interest is gone. If they give it as loan, they can earn some interest that is given here. The interest that could have been earned on loans or securities if the bank had chosen to invest in them instead of excess reserve. If the interest rate increases, it means that they are losing much money. The opportunity of cost holding the excess reserve raises because the banks have to sacrifice possible higher earnings. And hence, the desired ratio of excess reserve to the deposit falls. Conversely, a decrease in the interest rate will reduce the opportunity cost of excess reserve. Correct? And excess reserves will raise. Therefore, we conclude that the banking system's excess reserve ratio is negatively related to the market interest rate. Okay, if the banks fear that deposit outflow are likely to increase, that is, if expected deposit outflow increases, they will want more assurance against this possibility and will increase the excess reserve ratio. Correct. if they fear that deposit outflow are likely to increase, that is expected deposit outflow increases. The deposit, those who are deposited, they are taking money. If they take, if the banks think that the one who has deposited money, he will take out money as soon as possible. If deposit outflow increases, he will get a fear. What is the fear? That he has to keep more reserves now. Excess reserve ratio. Conversely, a decline in expected deposit outflow will reduce the benefit of holding excess reserve. I will keep more reserve. When I kept more reserve, but finally what happened there? The deposit outflow reduced. There is no outflow of deposit. Simply I'm keeping this here. For that I have to pay the interest. Correct? No. See, very simple. You kept 20,000 rupees in my bank. Think that I am bank. You kept 20,000 rupees in my bank. I thought that what if you ask that money, at least 10,000 early? What I'll do? 50%. I will keep it as reserve. Other 50% I give it loan. Other 50%, that means 10,000 I will give it as loan. 10,000 I will reserve this by thinking that you will ask that deposit. Think you did not ask the deposit. Simply I have this 10,000. On this 10,000 also I have to pay you the interest. No. Hai na? On this 10,000 also I have to pay you the interest. Reserve opportunity cost in a very high opportunity cost. If you ask that money, okay, chalo, le lo. On that, I don't have to pay you the interest because you have taken it back. I hope you are getting this. Lastly, the behavior of the public. As we know, demand deposit undergo multiple expansion while currency in your hand does not. If you keep it in the bank, that will multiply. If it is there in the hand, am I giving loan to anyone? No, I am not creating. I cannot create. Hence, when the bank deposits are being converted into currency, banks can create only less credit money. The overall level of multiple expansion declines and therefore money multiplier also falls. If you take out money, that we have seen already in our Excel sheet wala example, we have already seen that these things will happen. Hence, we conclude that money multiplier and money supply are negatively related to the currency ratio. If the currency to deposit increases, if you take more currency outside, then that money supply will reduce. Money supply reduces. If you take less currency, then money supply increases. है ना? Money supply reduces, money supply. Sir, what is given here? Hence, we conclude that money multiplier, sir, not money supply. Sir, you are telling money supply, sir. But here giving money multiplier, sir. That is also correct. Listen. Money multiplier, I can prove that. See, for example, reserve is 10% and monetary base was 100. Monetary base was 100. And money supply is equal to 1 by 10%. Why 1 by 10%? That is money multiplier. Multiplied by 100. That is equal to 1000. Hai na? This is 1000. Okay. Now, if, what was my question? If CD, if you take out the deposit, if you take out some money from this 100, if you take out money, example 20 rupees you have taken out, that means 80. MB is equal to 80. If MB is equal to 80, okay, if MB is equal to 80, then MS will also be less. Money supply will also be less, no. Because monetary base itself is less, then money supply will also be less. Example, money supply is, example, money supply reduces, theoretically I'm telling you, money supply reduces to 720 from 1000, it reduced to 720. This is money supply. Now, how to calculate M? 720 divided by 80 is equal to M is equal to 9. What was M earlier? 10. Now it is 9. Aste. Because of reduced money supply, money multiplier also decreases. है ना? Because of increase in C to D, if cash to deposit increases, money multiplier decreases. See, are negatively related. The currency deposit ratio represents the degree of adoption of banking habit by the people. The smaller the currency deposit ratio, larger would be the money multiplier. This is because a smaller portion of high-powered money is being used as currency, and therefore a larger portion is available to be reserves, which get transformed into money. So that means if there is no bank habit to the people, then that will definitely will affect your money multiplier and money supply also. So this is about some point here, and we will continue this tomorrow. We will finish this unit, and next unit tomorrow. Do you have my class? Uma, Goo. Tomorrow, do you have my class? Answer no. Fast. Is there any timetable which is given to you? If no, then tomorrow I'll do class. Now Pranjal is telling no. No to what? No class, no economics class, or no economics class. And you have to mention whether no classes at all or no economic class. No economic class. Okay. That means you have other class? Yes. Which class? Law. Is it? Law will start up. Okay. Law, it is till which date? You don't know? Okay. Those who are watching YouTube video, please listen to the notification that tomorrow onwards you have law class. Law class, please do watch it. This is also a very important subject. Okay. Soon I'll resume this economics lecture. One unit is pending and one chapter is pending. A chapter and a unit. For that chapter, I might need 4 hours. For this unit, 2 hours is extra. So totally 6 hours ka class to pending here. We'll finish it off. Okay. So this is also pending. Don't worry. This is something which is related to that. So if you read it on your own, you will get to know. But you can wait for me or you can try it out once. If you don't understand, you just keep that note. Till 4th April, aste, huh? First, second, third, fourth, only 4 days, huh? That means on 5th April onwards, accounts is there, huh? Okay. We will see. We will see. Don't worry. If you go through all these points, these 2 pages may go through this. This is there in your study material. Go through these 2 pages. Whatever you understand, you just note it down. If you don't understand, wait for me. I will come to the class again. I will take the class again. Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for your patient listening for this class, and please do study, keep revise, keep keep upgrading yourself. Okay, don't leave it here. All the classes, if you watch it again and again, you can remember the things. Being said that, thank you so much for your patient listening. I am so sorry I made you wait so much. ಹಸಿವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನನಗೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಹಸಿವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Thank you so much. Bye. Ram Ram. Jai Shri Ram. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने क्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. जनानंदनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशं चन्दारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करं पक्षिराजनस्तुभ्यं कृपाचितावलोकितेन स्तवदा सेवितया तदासिगुणान् कल्याणबुधगात्राय कामितार्थप्रदाय श्रीमते जगन्नाथाय श्रीनिवासाय नमः. मनोजं मार्गतुल्ये